First tonight on Our News, the Prime Minister reacts to a troubling new U.S. report revealing over half of guns in the Bahamas trace back to America. So what's his administration's plan to tackle the issue? Find out coming up. Also, a short boat ride turns deadly. One man killed, another injured after authorities say a mechanical failure caused their boat to capsize off Andros. One survivor swam to shore for help. Details of the rescue mission and aftermath straight ahead. And despite ongoing discussions, the Chief of Corrections remains firm in his support for parole, insisting it's a step forward for society. Then in Our News at 7:30, a daring heist leaves Grand Bahama police searching for thieves who stole copper and wire along an 11-mile stretch of Queens Highway. Police need your help cracking the case. Our News live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. Alarming is how Prime Minister Philip Davis is reacting to a newly released U.S. report showing that over half of the guns found in the Bahamas trace back to the United States. But what's his administration doing to tackle the troubling trend? Bethany McDermott gets us started and breaks it all down.
Day after a U.S. report on guns revealed 85% of guns recovered in the Bahamas were traced to American retailers, Prime Minister Philip Davis says the figures are startling and reiterated his government's strong position on the matter. He says the report confirms what we've been saying for quite some time.
It's alarming. As you know, most of our violent crimes are perpetrated by guns, which we don't manufacture, or is being illegally brought into the country, and we are attempting to find ways, continue ways to stem that tide.
The report from the Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives Department gathered data between 2018 and 2022. It stated guns are trafficked most commonly through shipping transport and can be concealed in large items like cars and televisions. They can also be broken into components and hidden into household items like bags of rice or cereal and packed into break bulk cargo. The report adds that most sales originated in Florida, Texas, and Georgia. The release comes as the Bahamas continue to grapple with gun trafficking and, as a result, gun violence in the Bahamas. But Davis insists they're making headway.
The trafficking is still continuing. We've been able to trace, track, and some of the straw purchasers in the United States have been arrested and being charged in the United States. And we are making some progress.
The Prime Minister has been highlighting the issue, even meeting with U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris on 2 occasions to address the matter.
I've always, on the world stage, been speaking about the fact that the United States' right to bear arms cannot translate or mean the right to traffic in arms. And I must say that we have been having great the collaboration between the United States, particularly the Tobacco and Firearms Unit, and our law enforcement agency has been a wonderful collaboration, maybe, and having some results.
And with U.S. President-elect Donald Trump now getting a second term in office, all eyes will be on the United States to see if the collaboration between both countries on this issue will continue. Reporting for Our News, I'm Bethany McDermott.
All right, thanks for that, Bethany. A short boat ride from Andros to Berry Islands turned tragic when a 46-year-old man lost his life and a 44-year-old man was injured. According to police, just after 2 p.m. on Sunday, 52-year-old man swam ashore at Pleasant Harbor, desperately seeking help. They say he told authorities that he and 2 others left Morgan's Bluff on Saturday, bound for the Berry Islands. But around 6 p.m., mechanical issues caused their boat to take on water. The vessel eventually capsized miles off Morgan's Bluff, drifting to a nearby cave where the men spent the night. The next afternoon, the 52-year-old swam to shore to raise the alarm. Police and residents launched a recovery mission, rescuing the 2 stranded men. Tragically, the 46-year-old was pronounced dead at the clinic. The 44-year-old, who was semi-conscious, was airlifted to Nassau for urgent medical care. And Prime Minister Philip Davis says his government is exploring ways to ease costs for petroleum wholesalers after the head of a major wholesaler called the recent margin increase for retailers unfair. Last week, Focal Chairman Sir Franklin Wilson told Our News that wholesalers haven't seen a margin adjustment in years. In September, government approved a 25-cent gas margin hike and a 15-cent increase for diesel, following years of lobbying by retailers who said low margins were cutting into their profits. However, Davis made it clear that for now, no further increases are on the table.
At this time, we are tackling this issue, the structural issues that relate to the cost of living. The issue with wholesalers has a different circumstance. We are looking at it. We're not looking at increasing. We're trying to find how we could decrease the costs of wholesaling in the Bahamas.
Bahamas Department of Corrections Commissioner Don Clare remains a strong advocate for implementing parole, insisting it would greatly benefit society. For the past 2 years, government has been exploring changes to the parole and re-entry bill. Public consultations and town hall meetings led by National Security Minister William Monroe have aimed to educate Bahamians on what these amendments could mean. Clare hasn't wavered in his stance, declaring parole is the best thing that can happen to the country.
If Don Clare gets 10 years in prison, that is 10 years under the new Parole Act. But if I get 10 years now, under the current system, I only spend 6 years. Because every 3 months comes off every year. And I go home 4 years early, and I'm supposed to go home, no training.
All right, some sad news tonight as businessman and company executive Leroy Archer has passed away. A distinguished accounting professional, Archer held numerous key positions over his 24-year career, including senior auditor, financial manager, regional financial manager, and managing director. He also served as chief consultant of Archer's Consulting Group, sat on the board of Doctors Hospital and the Bridge Authority, and was an active volunteer with Rotary. In a statement issued Tuesday, Commonwealth Brewery expressed deep sadness over Archer's passing, calling him an integral part of our team whose contributions were invaluable. Archer passed away Monday night. He's survived by his wife Joanne and their 3 children, sons Barrington and Jordan, and daughter Leanne. Our deepest condolences go out to the Archer family tonight on behalf of the entire Our News and Our TV family. And gangs hit a wealthy neighborhood in Port-au-Prince, Haiti early Tuesday, sparking intense clashes. Police say the attack on Petionville was led by Viv Ansam gang. We'll tell you the latest wave of violence there in just a bit, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Kenino, and a happy Tuesday evening, everybody. A beautiful day around the island, slightly warmer. Temperatures managed to get into the mid-80s. And of course, we still had quite a bit of clouds around. Most of those clouds are burning off as we speak, so we still left with some patchy clouds across the northwest Bahamas. 77 degrees is our current temperature outside our studios. The winds are out of the east at 8 miles per hour. Feels like temperature is at 76. Temperatures around the islands right now, it's 74s in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Marsh Harbor, Abaco. Pick up 77s in Alistown, Bimini, Great Harbor Key, Nicholstown, Andros, over in Governor's Harbor, and here in the capital. And into the central Bahamas, 78, Kemps Bay, 77s in Georgetown, the Exumas, Deadman's Key, Long Island. A pair of 75s in Arthurstown, Cat Island, and Cuban Towns in Salvador. And into the southeast Bahamas, 80 degrees in Duncan Town, Ragged Island, 76 in Colonel Hill, Cricket Island, Delectable Bay, Abrahams Bay, and Matthew Town, Inagua. All 77s, and our very good neighbors to the southeast, Tricks and Caicos Islands. Your temperature right now is 79. Satellite radar composite, patchy clouds across us. That high pressure system is still in charge, and of course it's keeping us mainly dry, not much in terms of any rainfall. Central and southeast Bahamas clearing up, but those patchy clouds will be moving out as the high pressure system across us slides towards the east and away from us. That's going to be paving the way for a frontal boundary now into the western Gulf of Mexico. That will get in here sometime Wednesday night into Thursday. That'll add with some Sahara moisture that was left over from that tropical storm will bring us a couple of isolated showers. Beautiful conditions expected behind that for the weekend. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. Look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Coming up in sports, after ceremonies, Junkanoo rushouts, courtesy calls, and more, the homecoming tour for Jonquil Jones ended in a familiar place, the basketball court.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
Hey, you want to catch the Charlie Bahama show this week? Because I'm not the one you're going to want to see the Charlie Bahama show for. You're going to want to see it for psych! No, for the both of them. Amazing, amazing actors, and one happens to be Bahamian. Charlie Bahama this week with Simone and Dorian Missick.
The Charlie Bahama Show, every Friday night, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas, channel 212.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trevor Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Hey, you want to catch the Charlie Bahama Show this week? Because I'm not the one you're going to want to see the Charlie Bahama Show for. You're going to want to see it for... psych! No, for the both of them. Amazing, amazing actors, and one happens to be Bahamian. Charlie Bahama this week with Simone and Dorian Missick.
The Charlie Bahama Show, every Friday night, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas, channel 212.
Long Island is?
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's Sean Marknut. Let's do show. The homecoming tour for Jonquil Jones came with a series of memorable highlights, both for her and for the Bahamian public who came out to witness history. The series of events, which dated back to last week in Grand Bahama, culminated in a girls-only basketball camp headlined by Jones and members of the junior national team coaching staff. Jones reflected on the week of successful events and focused on the positive receptions he received from the Bahamian public.
The welcome has been amazing. People have opened the door for us and welcomed us with open arms, and so it really has been great.
On to another basketball icon, this time on the sidelines, Coach Yo reached another milestone with a 200th win. Coach Yo led Ole Miss to a 76-44 win over Jacksonville State yesterday at the SJB Pavilion in Mississippi. It was also her 106th win in her 7th year at the helm in Oxford, which has included a single-season record for SEC wins and 3 straight NCAA tournament appearances.
I actually forgot that this was the 200th win, so I wouldn't even known, but my husband made mention to it the other day, and so that's how come I was aware, but during the game I actually forgot.
An extended season for Christian Robinson came with a championship celebration in the Arizona Fall League. Robinson and his Salt River Rafters claimed the 2024 AFL title with a 3-2 win over the Surprise Cigarros. The 24-year-old Diamondbacks prospect hit .319 with a .405 on-base percentage and slugged .449 with 9 steals in 19 games. That'll do it for Our Sports. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as U.S. President Joe Biden announces a $4 billion pledge to World Bank for poor countries. Plus, gangs storm a wealthy Haitian neighborhood in a deadly attack. And in a rare critique, Pope Francis urges a legal review to determine if Israel's actions in Gaza meet the definition of genocide. We'll tell you his new book release when Our News returns.
Hey, you want to catch the Charlie Bahama Show this week? Because I'm not the one you're going to want to see the Charlie Bahama Show for. You're going to want to see it for... psych! No, for the both of them. Amazing, amazing actors, and one happens to be Bahamian. Charlie Bahama this week with Simone and Dorian Missick.
The Charlie Bahama Show, every Friday night, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas, Channel 212.
Long Island is the best kept secret.
Join us as we count down the Rev Up Top 7.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Hey, you want to catch the Charlie Bahama Show this week? Because I'm not the one you're going to want to see the Charlie Bahama Show for. You're going to want to see it for... psych! No, for the both of them. Amazing, amazing actors, and one happens to be Bahamian. Charlie Bahama this week with Simone and Dorian Missick.
The Charlie Bahama Show, every Friday night, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas, Channel 212.
This is our news. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. United States President Joe Biden on Monday pledged a $4 billion U.S. contribution to the World Bank's International Development Association Fund for the world's poorest countries. Biden announced the U.S. pledge this week during his final address to the Group of 20 G20 summit in Rio de Janeiro. The amount is a record and exceeds the $3.5 billion that Washington committed in the previous IDA replenishment round in December 2021.
This is my last G20 summit. We've made progress together, but I urge you to keep going. I'm sure you will, regardless of my urging or not. This group has within its power to usher in a new era of sustainable development, to go from billions to trillions in assistance of those most in need. This all may sound lofty, but this group can lay the foundation to make that achievable.
U.S. House Leader Hakeem Jeffries won re-election Tuesday as the Democratic leader, solidifying his role despite the party's failure to reclaim the House majority. Jeffries, who is the highest-ranking black official in Congress, was chosen during an internal vote at the Capitol. While he will be the Democratic nominee for Speaker, the gavel is expected to stay with Republican Speaker Mike Johnson as the GOP maintains control. Gangs hit a wealthy neighborhood in Port-au-Prince, Haiti early Tuesday, sparking intense clashes between gunmen, police, and even residents. Police say the attack on Pétionville was led by Jimmy Chiriza, also known as Barbecue, and his Vivant Somme gang. This latest wave of violence didn't come as a surprise, though. Authorities say the gang leader posted a video announcing it beforehand. At least 28 suspected gang members were killed and police seized hundreds of rounds of ammunition. And Pope Francis has called for an investigation to determine if Israel's actions in Gaza meet the legal definition of genocide, according to excerpts from a new book set for release today. The pontiff highlights the suffering of both Israelis and Palestinians, urging a thorough legal review. Francis previously labeled Israel's attack immoral and disproportionate, marking a rare direct critique. The book coincides with the lead-up to the Pope's 2025 Jubilee year. Beyond the Gaza conflict, Francis addresses migration and global solidarity. Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was November 19th. Then in our news at 7:30, Prime Minister Davis raises alarm over Haiti's deteriorating situation, concerned about mass migration, and how a new prison facility expected to ease overcrowding at the Department of Corrections. Top officials praise cabinet approval of a new multi-million-dollar facility. When our news returns.
Hey, you want to catch the Charlie Bahama show this week? Because I'm not the one you're going to want to see the Charlie Bahama show for. You're going to want to see it for... psych! No, for the both of them. Amazing, amazing actors, and one happens to be Bahamian. Charlie Bahama this week with Simone and Dorian Missick.
The Charlie Bahama Show, every Friday night, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas, channel 212.
Long Island is the best kept secret.
Join us as we count down the Rev Up Top 7.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Candino Notes here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that follow button if you want to see more stories like this. Be sure and follow all of the Our News social media pages. And hey, don't forget, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on top stories from the team you already trust.
I love my EV. I am Generation E.
I am Generation E. I am Generation E.
And I am Generation E.
This holiday season, the Ministry of Energy and Transport is bringing light back to Bahamian homes. Through our partnership with Bahamas Power and Light, we're offering the Merry and Bright Holiday Reconnection Program, so you can pay as little as 10% of your outstanding.
On this day in Bahamian history, in 1951, Harold Otis Nash, a prominent Bahamian educator, passed away at 43. Nash served as acting headmaster of Eastern Junior School and later led Western Senior School. H.O. Nash Junior High School in New Providence honors his legacy. Then fast forward to 2017, when Ronnie Butler Sr., the godfather of Bahamian music, died at 80. Known for hits like Burma Road, Crow Calypso, and Bahama Rock, Butler's 5-decade career spanned calypso, rake and scrape, junkanoo, and folk music.
I looked at him and I didn't see death. I saw a glow, a peace. I saw a giant of culture, a Bahamian icon in a frail body who was ready to say, hey, I did it my way.
In 2020, amid the global health crisis, the Minnis administration extended the COVID-19 emergency powers order to December 28th. At the time, there were 7,348 confirmed cases, 1,616 active cases, and 163 related deaths.
For the good for the people, yes. I think so. Once we obey the law, I think we would survive. And I think he's doing an excellent job for the people.
And in 2021, Prime Minister Philip Davis pledged to develop the blue economy as MSC Cruises broke ground on a conservation center at Ocean Quay.
My administration has made clear its commitment to developing the blue economy, a term of art as well as science that speaks not only to the potential economic benefits which may be derived from our seas, but also support for the many ecosystems on which our lives and livelihoods so crucially depend.
All right, to watch that historical recap again and for all of today's top stories, remember you can visit ournews.bs, and of course you can share your favorite stories right from the Our News Bahamas Facebook page. That's going to do it for us in News at 7. Joining us now, Atalia Hall with the latest headlines. Atalia?
Ken, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Love the jacket tonight.
Thank you.
Got lots of fans.
Listen, I know you've got a reminder for our audience, but let me ask you, the BYD giveaway. Now, if, we can't enter the win, so that's all right. Yeah. But if you could win it, who would you give it to?
Myself.
Don't answer.
Myself.
Don't answer.
Anyway, remember, guys, while Ken is on the topic, your chance to start the new year in style this Boxing Day. You could drive away in a brand new all-electric 2024 BYD SUV. That's it right there on the screen. So make sure visit ournews.bs. Click the Ride Easy with Our News banner, answer the question correctly, and you're entered to win. Good luck. But before you head over to our website, here are your latest headlines. Violence, chaos, and a looming migration threat. First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30, Haiti's deepening crisis has the Bahamas on edge. The Prime Minister sounds the alarm as he heads to a major CARICOM summit. And a multi-million-dollar solution to overcrowding at the Department of Corrections on the way, and top officials are excited. We get an exclusive look at what's in store and a peek inside one of the new cells. Also, a brazen copper theft along an 11-mile stretch of Queens Highway has Grand Bahama Police on high alert. Now they're asking for your help to catch the culprits. And WNBA Finals MVP Jonquel Jones faces social media criticism after introducing her fiance during a school visit in Grand Bahama. Jones claps back saying, "I am who I am." Her candid response when Our News Live at 7:30 returns.
Inti Corporation is on the move, day by day, panel by panel. Our commitment to sustainable energy becomes more.
Candino Notes here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that follow button if you want to see more stories like this. Be sure and follow all of the Our News social media pages. And hey, don't forget, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on top stories from the team you already trust.
I love my EV. I am Generation E.
I am Generation E. I am Generation E.
And I am Generation E.
This holiday season, the Ministry of Energy and Transport is bringing light back to Bahamian homes. Through our partnership with Bahamas Power and Light, we're offering the Merry and Bright Holiday Reconnection Program, so you can pay as little as 10% of your outstanding balance and get reconnected. Just in time for the holidays. Pay a little, Light up a lot. The Ministry of Energy and Transport is committed to making sure no family is left in the dark this season.
Inti Corporation is on the move, day by day, panel by panel. Our commitment to sustainable energy becomes more real. With each milestone, Inti redefines what is possible. Not only are the Lucayas solar power projects on the island of Grand Bahama growing in scale, they are setting a new standard for energy independence in the Bahamas. These state-of-the-art solar farms at the Fairfield and Devon sites
Welcome to our news. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. The situation in Haiti is in a bad state, prompting concerns from government about mass migration. According to Prime Minister Philip Davis, things took a turn for the island nation after the assassination of former President Jovenel Moise back in 2021. Since then, violence has rocked the country with gangs taking over the streets. CARICOM has stepped in, forming an eminent persons group to help Haiti move towards a democratic election. The concern comes from Davis as he heads to the CARICOM India Summit in Guyana to address issues facing the region, and the ongoing turmoil in Haiti is once again topping that list.
When we are dealing with 200 or 300 persons coming in, we could deal with that or stop that. And as you know, there have been very little landing over the last year because of our shoring up our borders and our partnership with other countries like Cuba, United States, Turks and Caicos. We've been able to stem the flow.
Other international countries have stepped in. Kenya is leading a mission in Haiti, and the Bahamas has pledged 150 troops to the mission. While progress has been made, the situation in Haiti remains in the balance. Recently, a commercial airline was shot at, prompting Bahamas Air to cancel flights there. The Prime Minister warns if things get worse, the Bahamas will be at risk.
If and when this issue in Haiti continues to deteriorate the way it is, we cannot deal with millions of persons trying to escape Haiti. We don't want another 1704 issue that happened.
Well, top brass at the Bahamas Department of Corrections are happy with Cabinet's decision to approve the construction of a brand new prison facility. Officials say the new multi-million-dollar facility will solve overcrowding issues. Our Joshua Williams spoke with the prison's commissioner, who shared details about the new facility, along with a look at one of the new cells.
This means everything to me right now, because this was something that we were agitating for now for the last almost 40 years.
Commissioner Dawn Clare says it's a dream that has now become a reality.
It is our duty now to change the mindset and the behavior of those who come into our care. And we cannot do that with the current facilities. We need a new modern facilities to impart what we are now being taught in our new model to enact change in these offenders.
There's been back and forth on the cost of the new prison. At last report, the cost to construct the new prison has been slashed by approximately $40 million after officials from the Ministry of Finance said the previous $90 million price tag was too high. But what will nearly $40 million buy? Claire says modern facilities, including a clinic, classrooms, medical housing, and several housing pods, capable of holding up to 900 inmates. Claire showed me a model of one of these new cells with electronic wireless controls, an intercom system, modern bedding and plumbing, and even air conditioning. When asked about possible public backlash to certain comforts for criminals,
they have that view until their family members come here. Until their family members come here. The current facilities here is not designed to help anyone.
New facility or not, Commissioner Clare says this is not the place to be.
Coming into a facility that people dictate what you eat, what you sleep, what you wear, where you go, what you say, for a ordinate length of time, that shouldn't be the life which you try to choose.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
Thanks so much for that, Josh. Well, Grand Bahama officers are on the hunt for a daring thief or thieves who stole wire and copper along an 11-mile stretch of roadway. Police say it happened around 1 a.m. on Monday. That's when a large amount of copper and wire was cut and stolen from utility poles along Queens Highway, stretching from Holmes Rock to West End. Now, they need your help finding who committed the crime. Anyone with information can call telephone numbers 911, 919, or the Criminal Investigation Department in Grand Bahama. For months, tensions have been high among Grand Bahamians over what many describe as unreliable service from the Grand Bahama Power Company. Frequent power outages have disrupted daily life for residents, leading to growing frustration. Well, today, the Grand Bahama Power Company hosted a breakfast where they addressed those concerns and outlined plans to improve service.
We want to reassure our customers that we understand their frustration. This year was one that was out of the norm, and we are committed to ensuring that we restore our service to the optimal standards that our customers have become accustomed and used to.
After months of disruptions in power services, the Grand Bahama Power Company has unveiled to the wider community a 3-year plan involving a $50 million capital investment. The initiative aims to enhance operations and improve reliability of electricity supply across the island. President of GBPC, David McGregor, sharing more details about the plan.
I want to assure you that we are taking bold steps to rebuild your trust and deliver the reliable and affordable power you deserve.
While Chief Operations Officer Nikita Mulling says the company has launched an 18-month plan.
It allows us to analyze the data and the trends to better understand what are the additional resources that we need to add to our fleet next year to ensure we build and improve on our redundancy in the event to be able to meet our peak demands.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority has called for improvements in service. GBPA President Ian Roll.
This event here today actually speaking to the stakeholders in regard to their plans to help us all try to understand why they're asking for an increase. So we'll wait for probably another few months just to see how stable the operation is.
Energy Minister Jobette Colby-Davis also in attendance. She commended the initiative.
I think today's Road to Reliability event with stakeholders engaged is important for the Grand Bahama Power Company to regain support, to rebuild on their relationship with their consumers. And as Minister of Energy and Transport, it's important for the government's message of reliability, affordability, and sustainability to be throughout the entire Bahamas.
All right, positive news, but still on Grand Bahama, the economy appears to be improving. This as a local business. Third Dimensions marked a significant milestone recently. The lumber and building materials store has not only reopened, but expanded its operations, a move celebrated by residents who are eager for signs of economic recovery. For over 2 decades, Third Dimensions has been a store many on the island rely on. The community came out in full support for the official opening ceremony of the new store, formerly known as Grand Bahama Millwork, located on Yellow Pine Street. Owner Fred Black, along with his son Fred Jr., reflected on the company's humble beginnings and its growth over the years, while Free National Movement leader and Marco City MP Michael Pintard commended the Black family for their commitment to the people of Grand Bahama.
Look what God has done to me. It all has been good through the mercy and grace of God. And I give God the praise and thanks because He got more work for me to do. It was only a thought that inspired us to take action to make certain things a reality.
They have been willing to invest in the community even at the most difficult time, and I believe that their investment has been an inspiration to others.
While these residents say the move is a sign of resilience for the island.
As a Grand Bahamian, I'm very excited because it brings hope to our island that we desperately need.
Whenever you see an existing business in Grand Bahama taking the leap and expanding and renovating and just reinventing themselves, it speaks positivity about the island. It speaks that they're getting poised and they're getting ready for what's to come. So I'm very, very happy to come out today and support Mr. Black and what they've done here at this store. I mean, I feel like I'm in the U.S. and nothing more I like to do than shop. So this is wonderful.
All right, more good news. Well, temperatures are getting cooler in the capital and I'm enjoying it. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Italia, and welcome back, everybody, for a quick check on conditions around the islands and outside our studios. 77 degrees is our current temperature with a few clouds. The winds are out of the east at 8 miles per hour. Feels like temperature is a very comfortable 76. Satellite radar composite. High pressure still in charge of our weather. That high is slowly sliding out towards the east and away from us. We're left with some patchy clouds across the northwest Bahamas, clearing skies across the central and southeast Bahamas. That high pressure system, as it moves out towards the east, will give way to a frontal boundary now moving towards us. Should get into the northwest Bahamas by Wednesday night into Thursday, giving us a few showers. But behind that, we expect some very nice and cooler weather for mainly the northwest Bahamas, but the entire chain of islands should be experiencing that as well. That's a quick check on conditions around the island. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come on Our News, John Paul Jones' homecoming tour ends amid social media backlash over introducing her fiancé at a Grand Bahama school. With voice notes going viral, Jones fires back on X saying, "I am who I am." Was she truly welcomed home? And hear what it's like for a Bahamian teen at one of the world's top universities. Plus, we'll introduce you to a travel vlogger using her platform to educate about hair loss treatments when Our News returns.
This holiday season, Our News and Easy Car Sales want to put you in a brand new electric ride.
Each week, tune into Our News at 7 and 7:30 for clues to questions about easy car sales, electric vehicles, and Generation E. Head over to our website, ournews.bs, for your chance to answer weekly trivia and enter to win.
It's simple. Answer correctly and you're automatically entered for your chance to win a brand new electric vehicle.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
My name is March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed
The 2024 WNBA Finals MVP's homecoming tour has ended, but not without a little controversy. Several Bahamians took to social media over the weekend chastising John Paul Jones for reportedly introducing her fiancé at one of the schools she visited in Grand Bahama. Several voice notes also circulated, with one going viral, where a woman claims she was upset that her daughter witnessed the introduction. Jones responded on X, formerly known as Twitter, in part saying, quote, "I am who I am, take it or leave it," end quote. Yesterday, during a press conference at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium, JJ was asked whether she truly felt welcome here at home. Here's her response.
I would say that the reception has been extremely welcoming, and I think that was probably the only thing that I was worried about when I tweeted what I did tweet, is that I didn't want it to be overshadowed by all of the great receptions and the way that we have been received. You know, like, I think it's been second to none. I think it's been amazing, but I know that there's a little bit of noise in the market as well, and I'd be remiss not to use my platform to be able to speak out and say the things that I want to say, and then just leave it at that. But the welcome has been amazing. People have opened the door for us and welcome us with open arms, and so it really has been great.
All right, how many high schoolers do you know who've done university courses? How about a 16-year-old taking a course at Harvard? Melania Nixon is a Lyford Key International School student, and their head girl this summer. While others may have been holidaying, she was busy working on microeconomics and psychology courses at Harvard University. We asked her what it felt like being a Bahamian teenager in one of the world's most prestigious schools.
I found the website online about the Harvard Secondary Schools program. It's an opportunity where high school students can learn and immerse themselves into the Harvard University culture with people from all around the world, high school students, undergraduates, graduate majors, as well as people in like many professions. So I applied to the program. I waited a few months and I found out that I got in, which was really exciting. Yeah, like the day before I was traveling, I was talking to my parents about it. Like I was freaking out because like before I was just like, yeah, I'm going to Harvard. And the day before, while I was packing, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to Harvard. Like I started freaking out. But just being there, like all of the people, like it was just such a welcoming community. So it was really easy to fit in and I made so many friends.
Such a great accomplishment. And it wasn't her first time in a college program. Last July, Nixon also took part in University of Miami, Summer Scholars Program. Her goal to study finance at the graduate and postgraduate levels and pursue a career in investment banking. Head of school at Lyford Key International tells us he feels Nixon represents the best of the Bahamas.
One of the pillars of our school's identity is the Bahamas. And what we want to do is we want to prepare our students to go out into the world to encounter those global challenges and opportunities and come back to the Bahamas to make the nation a better place. And so our curriculum, our programs, the very name of our school, International School, is all about preparing the young people to go out and make the world better.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
Cosmetic surgery is often met with judgment, but one travel vlogger is changing that. When our news comes back from the break, meet the woman using her platform to empower others and spark honest conversations about hair loss treatments. But first...
Coming up in sports, JJ responds to the overwhelming love being back home, another milestone for Coach Yo, and a championship title for K. Robbie.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Hey, you want to catch the Charlie Bahama show this week? Because I'm not the one you're going to want to see the Charlie Bahama show for. You're going to want to see it for... psych! No, for the both of them. Amazing, amazing actors, and one happens to be Bahamian. Charlie Bahama this week with Simone and Dorian Missick.
The Charlie Bahama Show, every Friday night, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas, channel 212.
Hey, you want to catch the Charlie Bahama show this week? Because I'm not the one you're going to want to see the Charlie Bahama show for. You're going to want to see it for... psych! No, for the both of them. Amazing, amazing actors, and one happens to be Bahamian. Charlie Bahama this week with Simone and Dorian Missick.
The Charlie Bahama Show, every Friday night, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas, channel 212.
Long Island is the best kept secret.
Join us as we count down the rev up
top 7.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. The homecoming tour for Jonquil Jones came with a series of memorable highlights, both for her and for the Bahamian public who came out to witness history. The series of events, which dated back to last week in Grand Bahama, culminated in a girls-only basketball camp headlined by Jones and members of the junior national team coaching staff. Jones reflected on the week of successful events and focused on the positive receptions he received from the Bahamian public. Her career has been filled with a list of Bahamian firsts, but she also made note of how special it was to bring the first WNBA championship to the New York Liberty franchise, a team that had been favored to win it all for the last 2 seasons.
A lot of times as athletes, people go out there and they see us in terms of being athletes with the physical sense of the game, like being in the best shape possible to get up and down the court, making sure that our bodies are in great shape. And a lot of times people neglect the mental side of the game and understanding that there is a lot of pressure that comes with it. And so I think I've said this in the past with some interviews that I've done, like when we created that super team, a lot of people were asking, like, how do you feel about the pressure? And I would lie and be like, oh, it ain't no pressure, I don't feel no pressure. But, behind closed doors, I was feeling the pressure of us coming together and creating that team and, just trying to do some great things in New York City. But
on to another basketball icon, this time on the sidelines. Coach Yo reached another milestone with a 200th win. Coach Yo led Ole Miss to a 76-44 win over Jacksonville State yesterday at the SJB Pavilion in Mississippi. It was also her 106th win in her 7th year at the helm in Oxford, which has included a single season record for SEC wins and 3 straight NCAA tournament appearances. Prior to Ole Miss, Coach Yo racked up 94 wins in 5 seasons at Jacksonville and transformed them into an NCAA tournament team out of the ASUN Conference.
The players, all of the players that helped or were the reasons why I can stand here and be grateful for my 200th win. I do not take that for granted. I do understand how much that means, how much that should mean. I don't know if it means that I'm old or I've had some success.
In about a week, Coach Yo will bring her team back to the Bahamas. Ole Miss will take on Boston College at the Continental Bahama Championship on November 25th.
An extended season for Christian Robinson came with a championship celebration in the Arizona Fall League. Robinson and his Salt River Rafters claimed the 2024 AFL title with a 3-2 win over the Surprise Cigarros. The 24-year-old Diamondbacks prospect hit .319 with a .405 on-base percentage and slugged .449 with 9 steals in 19 games.
I've seen groups of guys who have played in the league and now play in the big leagues, and I think that was the inspiration for wanting to be a part of it and finally being a part of it now. I've said this then and again, I didn't want to take it for granted.
Robinson, once Arizona's #1 prospect, spent the entire year at the AA level with the Amarillo Sod Poodles. That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. All right, the homecoming tour is over. Do you think we beat New York?
Of course, JJ had way more fun here than she had in New York.
Bahamas 1, New York 0. Back to the studio.
Still ahead on Our News Tonight, cosmetic surgery can be a taboo topic, but one travel blogger is changing the game. Tonight, Daniel Miller sits down with her to talk about using her platform to educate and empower those seeking hair loss solutions. But first, get ready for cooler nights. A cold front moves in on Thursday, bringing even chillier conditions through the weekend. Greg has more on what you can expect in your extended weather forecast when Our News returns. Stay with us.
My name is Troy Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on my services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been
Bulk up your business.
a customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was
This is our news. Welcome back. We are tracking a strong cold front moving across the central Gulf of Mexico, but ahead of that, high pressure continues to dominate our weather. Some patchy clouds still left across most of the northwest Bahamas, but most of that will be burning off tomorrow, so we're looking at some warmer temperatures. Central and southeast Bahamas will enjoy those warm temperatures as well. Of course, as I mentioned, strong cold front now in the central Gulf of Mexico, extending down towards the Yucatan Peninsula. Showers and thunderstorms associated with that will be moving across the southeast United States, should get into the central portions of Florida by tomorrow afternoon, and then into the northwest Bahamas late tomorrow night and into Thursday. Behind that, high pressure is going to be building in. We're looking for some very cool temperatures, for the beginning of the weekend, and looks as though that should take us into early next week. Taking a look at the future forecast, this is how things will be shaping up over the next 48 hours. Showers and thunderstorms will be dying off as they move into the state of Florida. By Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, we should see some showers ahead of that front, and then by Thursday, the front moves into the central Bahamas. High pressure behind that. Nice weather expected for the weekend. Should be a good time to get out and enjoy. Boating forecast, northwest Bahamas tonight to tomorrow. Your winds will be out of the southeast to south, 10 to 15 knots, falling light and variable at times. Seas running 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Your high tide is at 10:32 tonight. Low tide takes place at 4:34 in the morning. Central and southeast Bahamas, east to southeasterly wind flow, and they will also be at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be running 2 to 4 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, as that frontal boundary continues to push towards the southeast and into the northwest Bahamas by Wednesday night into Thursday, temperatures will warm slightly ahead of that, but once that front goes through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're looking at some very nice temperatures. They will be in the 70s, and those nighttime temperatures, look at those. They should be in the low to mid 60s. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night, everybody.
Thanks so much, Greg. Well, cosmetic surgery can sometimes be frowned upon by a wider populace, prompting those that are having issues with their physical appearance to be timid about seeking help and diminish the lack of honest conversation surrounding the matter. Tonight, our Daniel Miller speaks to a travel vlogger who has used her platform as a source of education for those seeking to correct hair loss.
If you've ever searched on social media for scenic tips about Harbor Island, then you've probably come across the travel blog Bahama Rama. Maradona Tinker, the travel vlogger behind the page, recently shared her experiences in countries like Bali, Dubai, and Turkey. However, her recent trip to Turkey served dual purposes: leisure and medical. The vlogger suffers from traction alopecia. She first underwent a procedure in the United States and now shares why she chose Turkey for her second hair transplant. Although she underwent the procedure thousands of miles away from family and friends, Maradona says it was not the lack of company that spiked her anxiety.
I was not afraid, but because I had a procedure done before, I knew what to expect. The procedure is relatively smooth. There's no pain after, but when they administer the local anesthesia, because you're awake, that is very difficult. That was very painful. It feels like hot lava being injected in your head because they have to numb your whole head. And you're awake. There's no laughing gas, ain't no puffs or nothing. You awake for everything. So that was the hardest part. But after the anesthesia is administered, you feel nothing.
Culturally, issues involving growing lengthy hair can create a level of shame. The influencer says she hopes sharing her story will be the start to shedding the stigma.
I'm not the only person that's going through traction alopecia or thinning or balding, and we all love to look good and feel good. So I don't want people to think that there's any shame in doing any cosmetic procedure that you wish to do if that's what you want to do. So I just wanted to go through it, document it, assist anyone else that may have been doing research and wanted to see representation of someone that looks like them doing it.
For more information, you can follow Maradona at Bahama Rama on social media platforms. Reporting for Our News, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, thanks so much for that report, Denny. And remember, your chance to start the new year in style this Boxing Day. You could drive away in a brand new all-electric 2024 BYD SUV. Visit ournews.bs, click the Ride Easy with Our News banner, answer the question correctly, and you're entered to win. Good luck. With that, we thank you for joining us for Our News tonight on behalf of the entire team. I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening. And thank you for watching. I'm Natalia Hall. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to see more content from the team you already trust.